What's up everyone, we're back with one more CTF and this time is Brute Eat Room on Try Hack Me. So we'll begin by exploring a web application and making our way through cracking passwords and privilege escalation. So the machine is already running, so let's mark the first task as completed. We'll start by searching for open ports using nmap. Let me adjust the window here. So I'll call nmap. And let's change the IP to 155.34. And I'm going to use GoBuster as well. So it's going to be 155.34. And we can see we find SSH. It's open on port 22 and HTTP on port 80. So we can mark these as completed. So how many ports? 2. SSH version. So that should be this one. OP. And Apache version and still 429. That's Apache. And Linux distribution, so this is Ubuntu. Okay, search for hidden directories on the web server. What is the hidden directory? Let me replace here the IP, so it's okay. And while GoBuster is running, okay, already found this admin. So this looks like the hidden directory, so let me copy this one, admin, and paste. And we have test 2 completed. Okay, on login page, we need credentials to log in. If we can find something else, we have index and server status, nothing there. And if we try to open the main page, so there's nothing here as well. So just we can only see the Apache default page. Okay, so let's take a look at the login page, see if we can find something interesting on source code. And we see the comment here. Hey John, if you do not remember, the username is admin. So we have username. We might use these in the future, so let's just save for now. Now let's take a look at task 3. So we have to find a way to get a shell on SSH, and what's the user password of the admin panel. If we look at hint, it's suggesting to use Hydra to brute it. Okay, so we have the username, but we have to find just the password for username. Making HTTP request. So let's write Hydra command. It's going to be Hydra -L. That's going to be user admin, capital P for password dictionary that we're going to use. It's going to be user share word list rock u txt, and IP it's 155.34, and it's going to be a post request. Now the URL path is going to be admin. Now we need the user and password fields. So if we look at codes, we have user and pass, so that's what we want to pass. So for user equal user, that's one we want to fill, and for pass it's going to be pass. Now we have to add as well the invalid or incorrect authentication message. So let's see, do we have it here? Admin login. Okay, so let's try to log in and see what the authentication message looks like. So we know it's admin and password is something, username or password invalid. Okay, so we're going to copy this and add to Hydra command. So let me bring this back. Okay, so we have username, password, server, method, URL path, credential, user and password, and the authentication error or invalid message. It's going to pass these and see if Hydra is able to find the admin password. So what else can we look here? So we need to discover the user and password, and we need to crack RSA key that we're going to find. And Hydra found admin password. Okay, that's awesome. So I'm just going to actually let me just write this. That's going to be admin and the password is Xavier. Okay, so I'm going to paste this here. Okay, so now let's try to log in as admin and password Xavier. Okay, and so we found a flag. Okay, let me copy this. So that should be here. Okay, and not what I want. And RSA private key, and this private key is for John. Okay, so what I have private key, and let's copy these and save it. So just going to say that's John ID RSA. I'm going to save for now. Okay, and crack the RSA key you found so that we can get the passphrase. Okay, so first we have to use SSH to John, and we're going to grab these and send this the hashable file. So that's going to be, let's name it crackme ext. Is not a valid. John ID RSA is not a valid private key. Why not? Or did I copy? Yes, it looks like it. Okay, am I missing something? I think so. So let me copy this again. I think I might missed a character there. Let me delete this file. Create another one. And hopefully this one works now. And we'll try to do it again. It worked. Okay, so now let's try to crack me file, and it's done. Now let's see what the password is, and show me crack me. So that's the password. Rock and roll. I'm going to copy this, and we can paste this here. Okay, awesome. So we have John credentials, we have private key, so we should be able to SSH to the server using John credentials. So it's 10.155.34, and actually before that we have to change the file permissions on John private SSH private key. So now we can SSH using John ID and John username, and server IP is 155.34. Yes, want to confirm this, and we have to type the key. We're going to paste this, and we should be able to log in on the server. Okay, and we are inside the server, and we can read the content of user txt. That's awesome. So let's just copy this flag and paste here, and task 3 is completed. So we have shell, and now we have to perform privilege escalation. So find a form to escalate your privilege. What's the root password? Okay, let's take a look at him. Search for GTF all beans. So, okay, that's great. Let's see which commands can we run as sudo. So we can run cat. Okay, if we can run cat, so probably we can sudo cat etc shadow. We can, so this means that we can grab the root hash and crack it. So let's save these as root shadow, and I'm going to paste this and save this file, and now I'm going to crack the root shadow using RockU dictionary. Okay, awesome. So now let's see the content of this file of the password, and the password is football. Okay, so that's the root password, football. Okay, that's great. And what's the root txt content? Okay, so let's change our user to root and type the password. Okay, so we can use find command to search for root txt, or just by following the gut and going to root and start looking at the root directory, and we found it, and we can read this file, and that's the last flag. Going to copy and paste, and that's it, guys. We were able to hack the web server, capture the flags, and perform privilege escalation. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one.